Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Hello everyone. I am going to brief you about our integrated security system. First of all, the problem statement. Why we are going to give a prototype for integrated security system? Security. Security at the entrance gates is an issue of grave seriousness for any institution. Nowadays, every company or institution issues some ID cards that are checked at the gates manually. But the notion of using fake ID cards is always there. In tandem with manual checking of cards, there should be some other source of recognizing the person entering at the gates. Another major issue of concern at the gates is the human life. The life of security personnel or security guards is at a high risk. So, there is a calamitous need for the automated security system, which requires no human assistance. Now, what are the objectives for developing this system? Objectives involve the development of a prototype for integrated security system based on biometric and non-biometric sources. System that provides foolproof security at the entrance through face recognition and RFID card authentication. Automated security system that requires no human assistance at the gates. Now the approach which we are going to adopt for developing a prototype for integrated security system. System will take input from RFID card and face of the person. Then it will confirm that person is authenticated or not by comparing face and card with our database. After authenticating person, system will give an input to the microcontroller circuit that will control the opening of gate. This is our entire input and this is the small output. This is the whole approach. Now the phases. We have divided this prototype into 4 phases. Phase 1, that is the facial recognition, and phase 2, that is our non-biometric source, is the RFID card authentication. Phase 3, that is the integration of both face and card, and finally the phase 4, hardware circuit implementation, that will actually control the opening of gate at the entrance. Actually, we are using AND gate and logic here. Both the face and card will decide that the person is authenticated or not. Now, the modules of the design. This project consists of following 9 modules. First of all, the input from the RFID card, and then the RFID authentication with the database, and then the biometric input, that is the face image of that person, then the face detection, face cropping and extraction, and finally the recognition algorithm, that is the local binary pattern histogram analysis of the face image, and face recognition with database. And on behalf of recognition algorithm, that is the person is authenticated or not, the system will send an input to the microcontroller module. That's why we have used the USB interfacing with microcontroller module. And finally, this interfacing and this microcontroller module will control the opening of gate for the authenticated person. And now the design specifications. What type of different hardware and software we have used for developing this prototype of integrated security system? Our hardware involves a Logitech AM Sphere webcam, which is very good resolution webcam, and then the RFID card reader. We have used here YHY638A RFID card reader, which is also a writer, and the operating frequency is 13.56 MHz. And then the microcontroller module, and we have used a USB to serial interface, and finally the hardware, that is our electronic lock controlled door. Now the software specifications. We have used the Microsoft Visual Studio C++ compiler here, and then the OpenCV library and the EMGU for OpenCV. Actually, EMGU is the wrapper for the OpenCV, which have different functions for the image processing tools. And then we have used Microsoft SQL Server, that is actually we have used for developing our database, and then the Keil for microcontroller coding, and the Proteus for simulation and PCB layout. So now I will talk about our first phase, that is our face recognition module. Now I will discuss the algorithms which we have used for detection and recognition. For detection we have used the Viola-Jones face detection, and we have used local binary pattern histogram for developing this prototype. So local binary pattern histogram is very famous among all other face recognition algorithms. Like if you talk about PCA, that is also known as eigenfaces, or LDA, which is also known as faces. So the local binary pattern histogram has better efficiency than any other algorithm. I will discuss this thing later, how its efficiency is better than any other algorithm. First of all, I will brief you a little about what is Viola-Jones face detection. The basic principle of the Viola-Jones face algorithm is to scan a sub-window capable of detecting faces across a given input image. All traditional approaches turn out to be rather time consuming due to the calculation of different size images. Viola-Jones scale invariant detector is constructed using a so-called integral image and some simple rectangular Hall features. Now, if I talk about the advantages of this algorithm, that is a Viola-Jones face detector, is more efficient than any other algorithm for detecting a face. Its accuracy is more than 95%, and if I talk about the execution time of this algorithm, this is 15 times fast than any other technique. This is very famous algorithm due to its remarkable performance. Now the face recognition algorithm, that is local binary pattern histogram. The basic idea of local binary pattern histogram is to summarize the local structure in an image by comparing each pixel with its neighborhood. Take a pixel as a center and threshold its neighbors against. If the intensity of the central pixel is greater equal its neighbor, then denote it with 1 or 0, if not. It will end up with a binary number for each pixel, just like you can say 11001111. This is our binary code. So with 8 sounding pixels, it will end up with 2 to the power 8 possible combinations, which are called local binary patterns. That's why its name is local binary pattern histogram, or sometimes this is also referred to as local binary codes. Now if we talk about this given diagram, where the central pixel is our 5th pixel and its threshold value is compared with its neighboring pixels, that is 1, 2, 2, 9, 6, 5, 3, 1, and it has marked codes as 1 or 0. So it has generated a binary code that is 000010011, and its equivalent decimal value is 19. And now this algorithm compares this binary code with other binary codes of the same person images that have placed in our database. This is how this algorithm recognizes a person. Now here we will talk the comparison of this local binary pattern histogram with other face recognition algorithms. Eigenfaces and Fisher faces both are very famous in image processing, or if you talk about the face recognition world. Though the PCA and eigenfaces LDA take a somewhat holistic approach to face recognition, these algorithms treat their data as a vector somewhere in high dimensional image space. As a high dimensionality is bad, so a lower dimensional subspace is identified. Another major issue is illumination. This is very great issue in face recognition. Both PCA and LDA don't help if illumination changes. So recognition efficiency decreases due to illumination changes. In order to get good recognition result, we can enhance the training images of a person, but literature shows that the Fisher faces and eigenfaces methods don't really help here. Whenever it takes at least 8 images for each person in order to get good recognition rates. So here I mentioned a graph which shows the comparison with respect to training images of a person. Here on the independent axis we have the database size, that is the training images of that person, and on the y-axis we have the recognition rate. Eigenfaces is denoted by this dotted line and the Fisher face is denoted by another line. So here if we select the 8 training images of a person, the efficiency of both these eigenfaces and Fisher faces respectively decreases. That's why we cannot use these algorithms. So that's why we have used the local binary patterns histogram. Now the next module is our RFID card authentication. Here I will show some specification of what type of RFID reader we have used in this project. The supported cards are the MyFair cards, both type of S50 and S70. Operating frequency, as I mentioned earlier, that is 13.56 MHz, and typical time to read and write is less than 100 milliseconds. And communication, we can use a USB or RS232 port, and here the baud rate is 9600 bits per second to 11520 bits per second. And finally, now this is the whole schematic of our microcontroller circuit. Here actually we have made a power supply. This is the power supply that will take input from 220 AC. Here, after step down transformer and rectification, input is given to the regulator 7805. This is our regulator 7805 that will give 5 volt DC. Now here we have used Atmel AT89C52 microcontroller. This is our microcontroller, and we have used MAX232 IC. This MAX232. This is actually used to interface RS232 port, that is our here DB9 port, to our TTL logic. Actually we know our whole PC systems work on the RS232 standards, while our microcontrollers operate on transistor to transistor logic. That's why we have used this MAX232 for interfacing between RS232 and transistor to transistor logic. And at the output of this microcontroller we have used a relay that will operate the electronic lock which we have used with our door at the entrance. This is the whole schematics, and now this is the whole door which we use as a hardware or at the output of our integrated security system. Here we have used the electronic lock that will take our 12 volt DC input from the microcontroller circuit. Now if I come back, if the person is authenticated, it will take an input from RS232 cable, that is our DB9 cable. We have used the USB to serial conversion. This will give an input 1 to the microcontroller circuits that will give at output 0 volt, that will provide here on the pin 21 or 22. So the current will pass through this resistance from the VCC, which is our 5 volt here. Current will flow here, and at the output it will provide ground 0 volt. So current will flow from this relay, and relay will switch and the lock will open. And this is the whole. And here we have used our door closer with this door. If the person gets in, the door will close. This will lock our electronic lock and for the next person. So this is the whole story of our integrated security system. Thank you so much for your attention. That's all. Thank you.